Hey Capricorn, welcome to your love reading for October 2023. We're going to get right into it. I do want to just say thank you so much for your likes and your subscribes. I know I always say it, but I really mean it. It just thrills me to get your comments and write back to you. And I'm starting to recognize all of you, and it's great. If you would like for me to pray for you, send you my good energy, as always, say hi in the comment section so I can focus on your energy. I've got something to focus on. And so does everybody else who wants to join in. And I encourage all of us to do that. We can all do that. But of course, if you don't want to, don't. I seal this space with my intention that it is a safe and protected and positive space. Let's get right into it, you guys. And I appreciate you hitting the like button on the way in. Thank you. All right. So we're going to start with getting a general idea of what's going on for love for Capricorns in October. And then we're going to cap it off with some advice. So make sure you stick around for that. That's at the very end. All right, Cappies. What messages does Tarot want to share with our Capricorns about love? This wants to stick to my fingers. Judgment. So we're going to put that back in, but we're going to keep that in mind. If they fly out in reverse, we do read them that way. 7 of Wands. Big changes. Also believing in yourself, standing up for yourself or sticking by your guns somehow. So let's read these. We've got a King of Wands popping up here. We've got the 8 of Swords, Page of Wands, and the 2 of Wands. We've got a lot of energy coming through here. The wands represent energy. I want to unpack these before I start talking to you. Okay. That's clear. Page of Wands. What is this? 9 of Wands. Tell me more about the Page of Wands. We got some interesting cards flying out for you guys. My nose is itching. That's always a sign. I need to pay attention to that line of cards. King of Wands. Who is this for my Cappies? King of Wands can sometimes be a fire sign, an Aries, a Sagittarius, or Leo, but they don't have to be a fire sign. They could just have fiery traits, and that is confidence and decisiveness and kind of a visionary. What they want is what they want. They can be carried away with their passions, but it doesn't necessarily mean that by carried away, it's not going to happen. It's just that they love to be passionate, and they love that spark of imagination and I want to say creativity. So for you, maybe this person has a lot of creativity, but that spark of inspiration. Okay, more wands. Okay. Wow, what is... Wow, cool. In the middle of your reading, we have an interesting thing going on. I know, I'll start talking. The whole reading starts out with the tarot calling you out about a thought pattern, something that's making you feel stuck. And it could be quite subliminal. It could be coming out in your dreams. It could be coming out in maybe some behaviors. It could be just attached to your fears, being that it's a moon card that rules over what's hidden for us. So that can be, of course, subliminal in our dream life and all that woo-woo stuff, but it's also, it can be the hidden fears that we have. And so there's a reason, and I'm not sure why, but your tarot reading is starting with the 8 of Swords, a feeling of self-restriction. And this is also an illusion. And the 8 of Swords has always meant that this woman, and gender doesn't matter in tarot, but this woman, my nose is itching right now, so I need to point this out. She can take her blindfold off and she can unwrap that rope at any point. She's the one that wrapped it around herself, and she can step out from between those swords. Swords can represent overthinking. They can represent anxiety. Sometimes the limiting thoughts that we have. So this tells me that you may be telling yourself something that's keeping you feeling restricted or stuck. And so Tarot's throwing it out here because it's begging you the question, what is it? What are you telling yourself? So there's the next thing that comes out in your reading, this line of, there's Let me take a second with it. There's this, and this could be literally nailing one of the thought processes for you guys. It'll be different for everybody, but it's very specific in the energy. So let me explain the energy. This is a sense of like, well, at least I tried my best. I'll cut my losses and move on. I'm exhausted. There's almost, I don't want to say martyrdom, but there's almost this like, well, I tried my best. So, you know, I got to move on, or things aren't going to change. And so because of that, things don't get resolved, or it's maybe arguments, or maybe relationships or love doesn't move past a certain threshold, because you get kind of, it becomes exhausting, and there's a sense of like, if this is what it takes, then it's too much, like things shouldn't be this much work. So that energy is coming through here. And then we have the tarot telling us about something that is very different. Something that is, this person, this King of Wands I described earlier, is representing a very long journey with you. This person is representing stability, happiness, financial stability, growth, financial growth in all ways stable. So it could be even house ownership, property ownership. This could be somebody who's even related to you. I have to say, it might not be a love interest, but they're a love interest, but they're not a love interest. You know what I mean? This could be somebody who is looking out for you. But all of your scenarios are different. I feel that this person sees you for who you are. They also very much see commitments with you. They see their own commitment to you in whatever outline that is. And they feel, this is somebody who, when you feel lacking with inspiration and you feel like, I'll cut my losses, I'm exhausted, I'll just move on. This person is the type to say, oh, no, this is when it gets good. Because we've thrown this much into it. The Seven of Pentacles is that pause where it's like, no, stop working for just a second and look at what we've created. Look at what you've built here. Don't cut your losses. Don't throw it away. This is when this type of scenario is what really revs up and turns on a Wands face card, like a Knight of Wands, a King of Wands, and you have Knight of Wands coming forward too. It's like, no, let's go. Come on, jump on my horse. I'll carry you. Come on, let's go. And this has very much something to do with commitments. So for those of you who are married, the Hierophant card does represent institutions, belief systems that we put in place, like marriage. But this is, if you're not married and you're single, this represents your commitment to your values. We have here the beginning of developing a plan, and things changed, things ended, and they ended suddenly, and they ended maybe in a way that felt like betrayal, or there was some devastation. This feels like it's in the past. It comes out with the Six of Swords, which is healing. And then immediately on the heels of the healing is the Ace of Wands. I told you there's a lot of fire. There's a lot of get up and go. We don't start out that way. We start in this kind of self-restricted place. In the middle, you have an influence in your life that helps open you up to new possibilities. And it's almost like in reflection, you look at this Two of Wands and Ten of Swords. Oh, something didn't get quite off the ground before it was sabotaged, or it ended abruptly, but it felt like it had potential. But you know what? It's okay, because you got healing. And what's on the heels of healing is new possibility, new spark. Ace of Wands in a love reading is also lust, and it's sex, and it's relationship, and new zhuzh. I love the word zhuzh. I default to it in any situation. But you know what I mean by zhuzh, right? So let's talk about the number one challenge, and then we're going to move on to advice. Okay, you guys? So the number one challenge in this situation in October for Cappies, what do they need to be aware of? They're all starting up right. What do they need to be aware of? Oh, you might be happy. Are you laughing? Because I'm laughing. The self-limiting thoughts, they're going to come out of the darkness and veiled. It's like a vampire in the sun. Eee! And then they're just going to burn away. Let them burn. Let those self-restricting thoughts burn. Don't you worry. It's going to be okay. Yep. You might just be happy. 5 of Pentacles, there is this fear of being left out, a scarcity and all that, right? But you're just going to have to believe, boo. Let's get, I know it's redundant because this almost turned into advice as well, but let's get further into advice for Cappies. Advice for Capricorn in October 2023, advice for Capricorn. Let this transform. We have the transformation card of Temperance. Check it out. Google it. It's ruled by Sagittarius, and it's all about alchemy. It's about chrysalis. One thing moves into a different shape, into a different form. And then we have hope restored. We have the Star card ruled by Aquarius. It's getting your wishes and your prayers answered. Hope restored. You're in metamorphosis. And I love, like, tarot always has that aspect to it, metamorphosis. We're always changing. Life's always changing, because it is. Like, the seasons behind me right here. You're going to watch them change with me. But you don't resist it. That's all you have to do is step out of your own way. This is beautiful. Something is happening here. All right, you guys. Sending you off with love, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.